All right, hey everybody, welcome to tonight's Cooking with Tupperware Champion show. This is the Champion organization bringing you live from our studios in our own kitchens, because you can do Tupperware from anywhere. So it is our weekly Tuesday night show. And tonight I will be presenting. I'm Loretta DeSenza-Tiber, a two-star director with Tupperware at Champion. And we also have
I'm here. Hello.
Yay. Should we just get right into it and get started?
We certainly can. I am going to get started. But first I wanted to welcome all of our guests and welcome all of our hosts tonight. We're excited to be into your kitchens tonight or wherever it is you're watching. Maybe you're, sitting on the sidelines at a game. It's hard to say. So welcome everybody. We're excited to have you. We are going to be doing some fun drawings throughout the night. We are going to be doing some fun drawings throughout the night. So just kind of stay tuned. Make sure to put in the chats, just go ahead, say hello, say who invited you. And we have our chat checker, Jessica, is on it, and she is going to be taking down names and helping us with our drawings here later. So make sure to say hello so she knows you're here to get your name into the drawing. All right, and if you are a host, say you're a host. And again, if you're a guest, you can say either the consultant that you're with or the host that you're with, okay? We'll track you down and figure out who you belong to. But we're really excited to be here with you this week of Christmas. Thank you for taking the time to join us. And tonight, I'm going to be doing one of our Christmas favorites, all right? Because a lot of times, people stop by kind of unexpectedly, right? But also not only that, but for the holidays, like for Christmas Day, my family has a tradition. We actually have a breakfast casserole in the morning, and then we just kind of eat snacky stuff throughout the day. So I am going to be showing you my favorite hot Parmesan Artichoke Dip, and you are gonna love it. And trust me, I've done lots of modifications over it throughout the years, and I'll tell you a little bit about that as I go along. But lots of different ways that you can do it. And then Loretta's actually going to be doing a breakfast casserole, and so I don't think it's quite the same of what we do traditionally, but there's so many different variations of breakfast casseroles. You just can't go wrong. And the cool thing is a lot of times those breakfast casseroles, they're like something you make the night before, so next morning you just get up, pop them in the oven. At least that's what it is with ours. So lots and lots of cool things. So let's get started. All right, so I am going to be showing you my Artichoke Parmesan Dip, all right, and it's hot. I already preheated the oven to 350, and so I'm going to tilt this down so you can kind of see what I got going on here. All right. Okay, so I'm using a couple of our superhero products, right? Our featured premium products, and one of them is our chopper, right? So our amazing chopper actually comes in your starter kit, and it is one of the things that you will absolutely love having in your kitchen. Once you experience this in your kitchen, you're gonna be like, how in the world did I live without this in my kitchen? All right. And I'm telling you, because I didn't need a chopper. I had amazing knives before Tupperware. I still have amazing knives, but I had amazing knives. I love chopping. And I also had a Cuisinart, right? That was like one of my most cherished like kitchen possessions. I love to cook in the kitchen. So I love all the things, right? And so when I got my chopper, I was like, I don't need that. But let me tell you, it saves you so much time in your kitchen. You will be blown away by how much time it saves you without having to do all the chopping and all the cutting and all that stuff. Mixing, it does all those things. And it has a little handle here. You can see the blade spinning around in there, right? So easy to use, especially, for people who have arthritis. You kind of have to be careful, our hands get tired, or and even if you have just like sore joints and things like that, sometimes it's hard to do all that chopping. And so this is going to save the day for you. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much like dump everything in here. So first thing I'm gonna add is artichokes, right? So I have whole artichokes here, and I've already drained that can. This is quartered artichokes, doesn't matter, whatever it is you have, use that. All right, so I'm gonna open this up. So use our can opener. You wanna open it up like this, and you're actually gonna put it on the top, never on the side. So it's always on the top, never ever on the side. So I'm gonna put this right on the top. And there's two little wheels right there, right? You see them? So I'm gonna put the edge of the can right in there. And you'll get so good, you don't have to look at it or think about it, right? It just kind of goes. And you will feel when it's done, it does a clicking, but you're also going to feel it kind of like the tension kind of ease up, and then you'll know you're done. So then there's a little, see this little thing at the top, this little white piece. So I'm going to open this up, and then I'm going to hook this white piece right onto the edge of the can, pinch it, and peel up. And look at that. It's not sharp here, not sharp here. Perfect for all those little hands or even your critters in the kitchen that sometimes get into things, right? All right, I'm going to drain this really fast. Ooh, shake it out. You want to drain as much as possible just because you don't want it to be soupy. All right. Okay. So like I said, doesn't matter the type of artichoke parts and stuff that you use, just as long as you use them. All right. And the other thing is with this recipe as well. So sometimes I make it with 1 can and sometimes I make it with 2, right? When you make it with 1, it's a little bit more on the creamy side. If you make it with 2, you can really taste those artichokes and that saltiness, right? From the artichokes, super yummy. So it just depends upon your taste and what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and chop that up. All right. You just want to do quick pulls, right? Quick little pulls. You're just going to chop that right up. All right. So I'm going to show you. Look at that. Choppy chop. So great. All right. So what else goes in there? You use mayonnaise, and you need to use real mayonnaise. Okay. Now is not the time for Miracle Whip. Okay. For all you Miracle Whip fans, you gotta wait. You can't use that in here. It gets really funky. Now I do sometimes use like a Vegenaise, and you can, oh, I already have it measured up, and you can use something like that. It does have a different consistency, so you gotta kind of, you know, just judge it. So I'm just using this. You can use Duke's, you know, Helms, whatever it is that you, Hellman's, whatever it is that you prefer for real mayonnaise, but just make sure it's real. Okay, that's really key. All right, and then I'm also going to use some Parmesan cheese, and so I have used, let me pull it out for you, right? I have used this. Okay, when you're in a hurry, you can use that. It does make it a little bit more salty, but my favorite thing to use is fresh Parmesan cheese. But my absolutely hands down favorite thing to do, my little secret here, which is not on the recipe that I'll be sharing with you, so you got to make sure to watch this to get my secret, is sometimes I put some Asiago cheese in. Okay, so I use like the Parmesan cheese, but this Asiago is super stinky, but let me tell you, it is so good. It's so good, so creamy. It adds like another flavor element to this. Super duper tasty. Okay, so what I need is I need a full cup of this. So I'm gonna use our shredder. Okay, so this is our master base. And so you put the various different things right on top of it, and it hooks right to your countertop. Let me tell you, this is solid. Like it's not going anywhere. Like it's not going anywhere. Okay, the countertop's probably gonna come loose before this thing does. It's crazy. All right, so I actually, we eat a lot of cheese and we cook with a lot of fresh cheese. So little tip, I actually put my cheese in sandwich keepers. It's so easy. It keeps them fresh for a really long time. And so this one is the Asiago. Super stinky, but it tastes wonderful. And then this is some of that hard Parmesan. So I'm going to just kind of cut off a little piece of that and toss it right in here. We'll see. That might be a cup. It's surprising how much it kind of condenses down. So I'm going to use both because I want to use up that Asiago that I already had open. So I'm just going to use that up, and then I'm putting some Parm in there. But look at this. Look how easy this is to grate this cheese. Oh my goodness. All right. And this is the fine grater that I have in there. There's also a more coarse grater. You don't really need to worry about how finely it's grated just because it's going to melt, right? Because with this recipe, it's totally going to melt. I am going to put just a wee bit more in there because it's about a cup, but hey, you know what? Let's just do a little bit more because it is going to be so tasty. Because you just can't go wrong with cheese, right? Especially fresh cheese. Oh, so tasty. All right. So we got our Parm going. Yum, yum. And wait till you see how like easy this all goes together, because all I'm doing is just like dumping this stuff right in there. A lot of times I can do this. I can do this in a commercial break when I'm watching football, and then at halftime I just pop it right in the oven. It only takes 20 minutes. And guess what also takes 20 minutes? Halftime. And so we're good to go. So I already have my mayonnaise in there. I'm going to dump this cheese right in there. Oh my God, it's so full and tasty. I forgot to pull out my Worcestershire. right? Worcestershire and hot sauce. All right, you can also, this recipe also calls for garlic. I'm just not putting garlic in it today because I had a whole bunch of garlic yesterday. It made me super thirsty, so I wanted to give myself a break from the garlic. But garlic is really good for you. Whoops. It's super good for you. So this is supposed to be a teaspoon. I got a little bit more. I just like the flavor. And I love a good Worcestershire sauce. Yum. If you want this to be gluten-free friendly, definitely check your ingredients. Some Worcestershire has some extra things in there that are not good for celiac people. So just be mindful of that if that's something that you're thinking about for entertaining. And this hot sauce, so good. Again, you're just doing a half a teaspoon for both of those. All right. And then I am going to just pull this a couple more times. Finish just kind of mixing it all up. You really don't need anything else. I mean, you could, I guess, put salt or something in there, but between the cheese and the artichoke, it's pretty salty. And whatever you're using, like chips, or this is also a great dip for veggies, just so you know. So it doesn't have to be chips or crackers. But I will show you at the end my favorite chip to use it with. Now, I'm sure some people will love the pita chips, those nice, big, thick, crunchy. That's great for this. I don't do pita because I am gluten-free, but I'm sure it's super tasty. Now, some other modifications I've done on this recipe is I have made it with spinach, right? I've made it with, like I said, varying cheeses. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right into our Ultra Pro pan. Now, this is a pan that goes in the microwave and in the oven. It is remarkable, like absolutely remarkable. Now, I like this square one. It's not always available. So if you go to get it and it's not available at that time, you can also, if you buy one of the bigger pans, you can use the top, right? So you can put it right in the top of there. And then also you can use a pie dish. So if you don't have any of our Ultra Pro, it's okay. You can use a pie dish. I will tell you again, made this for many years, lots of variations, in a period where I was really impatient. And so during that period of being really impatient, I got away from putting it in the oven and I would actually put it in the microwave. Now, the downside to putting it in the microwave, you can put it in the microwave. You have to watch it like a hawk, because let me tell you, if you overheat this in the microwave, it separates. So the oil kind of separates from all the cheeses and things like that. So it gets this like layer of grease on top. Not super appealing. It still tastes fine. You can stir it up and all that, but it's just not, it's not ideal. And sometimes it can be kind of rubbery consistency. So definitely learn from my mistakes, stick with the oven, and you will have creamy, yummy dip every single time. All right, so before I kick this over to Loretta, Jessica, do you want to go ahead and do a guest drawing?
Hi, everyone. Yes, Ellen, we have 4 guests on.
Awesome. I don't have like an Alexa or anything. Can you do the drawing?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Google, give me a number between 1 and 4.
2.
She said number 2, and number 2 on my list is Vicki Cochran with me. Yay, Vicki!
Congratulations, Vicki. All right, so we are going to kick this right over to Loretta, and she is going to show us her breakfast casserole.
All right. Hey, guys. So we started with appetizers because why not? It's Christmas, right? But I'm going to share with you a nice breakfast casserole that honestly is so easy and simple. You can modify it any way you want. You can do it in the microwave. You can do it in your oven. You can adapt it. So what I did is I adapted the oven overnight casserole dish to make it right away in our MicroPro grill. So I'm going to be featuring our MicroPro grill tonight. And like Ellen said, you could use the oven and you won't have any problems using the microwave with this because this is real. I'll tell you about it in a little bit. Or you can use the Ultra Pro. So if you're making a big batch because you're going to have the family over, then of course you want to use our Ultra Pro or one of your cooking pans, okay? But our MicroPro grill is perfect for me, my mom, and my husband, okay? So I just cut the recipe in half. And the MicroPro grill does not use microwaves to cook your food. And so it's acting like its own little mini oven or mini grill in your microwave because you can see it's metal. So the microwaves bounce off and they are attracted to the special plates that are in the bottom and the top of the grill that's going to heat up to almost 500 degrees in about a minute. So to preheat my grill and get it ready is I'm going to take some olive oil, and yes, you can measure if you want a tablespoon, but I am just going to spread it on the bottom of the grill here, and I'm going to put it in the microwave for about a minute just to get this grill nice and hot and preheated. Because the first thing we're going to do is our potatoes, all right? So I'm going to take 2 small red skin potatoes. I leave the skin on. I've scrubbed them up really good, washed them up, and I'm going to use another one of our prime products is our mandolin, all right? Our mandolin does 8 different slices and dices. Tonight I'm doing cubes, all right? And it comes for about 1/2-inch cubes. So I have the dial set to 9. And so there's 9 different thicknesses you could do. And then there's these, you can't probably see them, and I call them shark teeth because they're really hard to see, okay? Those are the ones you can do your French fries and your dicing with, okay? So I'm gonna also go put that on the number 9. And then there's the lock position. And I don't care how small, how large your potatoes are or your vegetable, you are going to promise me you always, always use the guard, okay? I don't care. You can use this for taking kernels off the corn. You can use it to make zoodles with your zucchini. You can use it for French fries. You can do pickling with this. It also comes with a second blade that rests underneath the mandolin that has your scalloped edges, okay? So today I'm just using the straight edge, okay? I'm gonna start on the bottom, and there's a little chart that comes with it. Now my chart's a little bit bigger because I have a cutting board, but it'll show you how and where to position the blades and where to position the guard to make curly fries, to make wavy fries, crisscross fries, French fries. So with the cubes, you're gonna start with your vegetable at the bottom. Now there's these little prongs to catch your veggies there, okay? So I'm gonna make sure my potato's nice and on there. And as I'm cutting or moving this, I'm gonna be pushing down on this red top hat, whatever you wanna call it, okay? And I'm gonna start at the bottom of my mandolin. I'm going to move up. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you how super strong and sturdy this is. Here's I'm done because I'm in the middle of this. So I want a cube. So I'm gonna turn it to a square position, okay? I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna turn it again to the square position, okay? And I'm gonna turn it again. And I'm gonna turn it again. And I'm just gonna keep going up and down. And I'm pushing down until all of my potato is done. Now, however tempting it might be to slide this through, don't do it, okay? Unless you want to end up somewhere you don't want to be with stitches, okay? And that's not going to be fun at Christmas time. All right, so these are my, check these out. Can you see them too? Look how fun that is. You could do a diamond cut. So the diamond is the same action, except you're just going to turn it 45 degrees instead of 90 degrees, all right? So my grill is ready. I'm it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get these potatoes nice and browned in the grill, okay? So I'm going to swirl this olive oil so it goes all over the place, okay? I'm going to add my potatoes. And you can modify this if you don't want to use potatoes. You don't have to. I've already diced them up. Oh, wrong one. Okay. By the way, these are our beautiful, clearly elegant bowls. And they are great for doing all your prepping. They're also great for serving. They look like glass. I can't tell you how many people are like, you guys sell glass? I'm like, no. But it looks like glass. But guess what? This will bounce back. Okay, you can drop this and it'll be fine. So I'm just positioning the potatoes into the center because in the wells, the hot panel isn't there. So I want to make sure my potatoes have that grill and so it gets nice and hot and brown. Okay. So while this is for the next 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. While that's happening, I'm going to get my veggies ready. Okay. So let me finish telling you about the mandolin. So you always, when you're not using this, put it back into the lock position. I mean, you can make a paper thin slice. You want to do potato chips? Perfect for that, okay? And again, I'm going to put the shark teeth in the lock position. To wash it up, these panels just pop out. The blades pop out. You can rinse this under cold water, okay? And then you can just look at this very sturdy handle with these sturdy feet on the bottom. This thing is going nowhere. You use this as your handle right here as you're rolling it, okay? So no tilting it on the edge or anything. Super sturdy and very, very safe. This folds down and you can put this all in and the other blade just snaps on the bottom here, okay? And so you can lay it flat in your cupboard with the guard, okay? It's like right on top of it. All right, potatoes are done. Next, we are gonna work on our veggies, all right? And you can do any veggie combination you want. You can be really creative. You can do Brussels sprouts, asparagus, mushrooms, spinach, zucchini, yellow squash, onions, red onions, peppers, green peppers. I mean, you can do any vegetables you want. This calls for 1 cup. So again, I've got my veggies ready to go here, already prepped. Now I'm going to be using the Supersonic Chopper Extra, just like Ellen did, all right? I'm telling you guys, this is like you're squeezing out without a plug, all right? I mean, you don't have to worry about plugging it in. You can take this in camping. You can take this in your RVs. You can have this in your summer homes. I mean, your winter home in Florida. I mean, this is a must-have in every kitchen. We use it for margaritas. I mean, salsa. Of course, that's going to lead to a margarita, right, guys? Anyway, so love, love, love it. Super sharp blades, and they are going to chop to the finest, or you can control it rather when you push that button on the Cuisinart, kind of over with. You can control the chop on here. If you like coarse and chunky, or if you like a little bit more chopped up because the kids are going to be eating and you don't want them to know that you have onions, okay? So I just did some onions, peppers, zucchinis. All right, I'm going to throw that down inside of there. I'm going to add some mushrooms. I like brown mushrooms, all right? I'm going to add some asparagus to this. And again, like I said, you can add, subtract, you can add some ham to this. Just wanted to show you my asparagus. When you're using asparagus, you actually just take and you walk your hand up and your thumb, you kind of snap it. When it snaps, this part you throw away because that's kind of, it's not really good to eat. It's kind of chunky, it's kind of woody. It's got a hard texture to it, okay? So now I can just take my asparagus and snap it up, toss it down inside of it. All right, so those are my veggies for tonight. And a couple quick pulls, all right? So this is your motor, okay? This is the motor, okay? Super strong string, twist it on here. And a couple quick pulls. Like I said, you want it super fine, you keep going, but you need to be careful. I don't know if you counted. I think it was about 6 chops, guys, and this is almost puree, okay? These are super, super sharp blades, all right? Super sharp blades. All right, I am not gonna need that many veggies in this, okay? And I will post both of these recipes. So there's an oven version, okay? And then there is your, what you can do if you want to do this overnight, get it all prepped up and just bake it in the morning when you wake up. It takes about 40 minutes in the oven, okay? So what you can do is everything I'm doing now, and you're gonna pour, when we get to the eggs over the top, and you're just gonna put that in the fridge, and in the morning, you just put that right in your oven for about 40 minutes, okay? So this is why I love the grill, is if you forget to do that, it'll take 10 minutes to do this in your microwave grill, okay? So I got my veggies all ready to go. Now, what I'm gonna do is I took the blades out of my Supersonic. It also comes with a funnel, so you can funnel in liquids as you go, but it also comes with a paddle, all right? Whipping cream, salad dressing, pancake batter, French toast batter. So today I'm going to whisk up some eggs. I did 4 eggs and about a tablespoon of milk, okay? You can also add some of your, any spices. I'm just adding some garlic powder here. And I'm using our wonderful spice shakers, all right? Love these guys. On one side, you can get a teaspoon in there. And of course, we've got our award-winning measuring cups and spoons. By the way, our Supersonic Extra comes in our starter set. And our starter set has about, ooh, I have to cut that in half, forgot about that, okay? And oh, you can level out your teaspoon right in the side there. And the other side, you can sprinkle, okay? All right, so my potatoes, I'm just gonna check them real quick. I wanna make sure they're brown, okay? Because potatoes take a, ooh, they are brown. Guys, this was 5 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can tilt this to the camera here. I don't know if you can see it, but those potatoes have been browned, okay? So I'm gonna take my potatoes now and put them on the side. Get them out of here. And the grill, by the way, you can do hamburgers in here. You can do steaks. You could do breakfast sausage. We do that a lot in the mornings. So easy to clean. So now I'm going to do is add a cup of my veggies here. All right. And you can go overboard. Veggies are pretty much water. They'll condense. All right. So again, I'm going to put it in a grill position. By the way, when I actually add the eggs, I'm going to put it in a casserole position. I'll show you that in a bit. All right. I'm going to put those in for about 3 minutes. While that's happening, I'm going to whisk up my eggs, all right? So I've added some garlic. You can add some salt and pepper to taste. By the way, these are our matching Clearly Elegant counterscapes, all right? And they got little teaspoons right inside of the cover, so you can add a teaspoon. I use these on my counters. I don't know if you can see them over there, but they have my snacks. They have my raw almonds. They have my pine nuts, my hazelnut in there. And again, they look absolutely gorgeous on your countertop. So people think they're glass, but it's really not. So a little bit of pepper. And this is really to to your preference, all right, to your taste, all right, personal taste. You want to add some herbs to this, oregano, Italian herb. You want to make it Mexican, add some Mexican herbs to it. You really can design this veggie casserole to do whatever you want. There's no crust, there's no gluten in here. So if you have any gluten issues, I don't believe I used anything with gluten, okay? All right, you can modify for that. So I'm just gonna put my cover back on here and I'm gonna give my eggs a nice little whisk. All right. And nice and blended, okay? So when this comes out of the microwave, I'm gonna pour the eggs on top. Let's not forget cheese, okay? So while that's happening, I want to share some other items that are in our starter kit tonight. Of course, you've already seen the Supersonic Chopper. You probably can think of a lot more things you can do with it. I do tuna salads, I do chicken salads with there. I make a super salad where I chop up broccoli and cauliflower. And then it has the little sister, okay? So this is big brother here. This is little sister. Well, it's called the Supersonic Compact, all right? Same principle, just a little smaller version. Sometimes you don't need the big chopper. Maybe you're just doing a little bit of pesto. Maybe you're just chopping up a little bit of garlic or onions or carrots, maybe some nuts for baking. Same cover, works on the bottom here. And I'm telling you, super, super sharp, all right? And along with that comes our breakfast maker. So you could chop up a little veggies and then you could add scramble up a couple eggs in there and pour it down the side of here in the microwave. About 2 minutes, you've got an omelet. No frying pan, no oils, no fats, and you are ready to go. And you've got your protein for breakfast, okay? And of course, you can do a lot more with the breakfast maker. You're gonna get some of our classics, our module mates for modularizing, for organizing your pantry and keeping all your staples like brown sugar, flour, crackers, all nice and fresh, your rice, your oats. Okay, I've got chia seeds inside of here. You're gonna get one of our freezer containers. And I also use the Great Master system. I use the grater accessory like Ellen did. And I grated up the cheese. And what I like to do is I go to Costco and I get that big giant block of cheddar cheese, Tillamook cheddar cheese. And I just grate it up in about 20, I don't know, couple minutes, all right? And I put it down inside of my freezer mate. So you're gonna get this. Ooh. Take a break, come back to that. We're gonna take our veggies. And now, by the way, this does get hot. Remember, it's up to almost 480 degrees. These veggies are perfect. I'm gonna add my browned potatoes to this, okay? I'm going to take the veggies from here and just put them in there. Guys, you will use this grill all the time. It is a game changer here in my family because the guys can use it and they love it, all right? So if I'm not around, they can reheat. It's like I said, like a little mini oven. They don't turn on the oven or anything. This calls for a little bit of cheese. And again, you can adapt it to your preference, okay? And then I'm gonna take my egg mixture right here that we've got all scrambled up. All right, and we're just gonna pour that on top. Oh yeah. Okay. And again, I'm gonna try to get this all nice and even now. And now, I'm going to put the cover in a casserole position. So this time it'll be lifted up so it's not sitting on top of my food, okay? I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for about, it's gonna depend how you like your eggs. If you like them a little more firm or if you like them a little bit more runny. I like mine a little bit of runny, okay? Just depends on how I'm making what I'm making, okay? So I'm gonna start this off for about 6 minutes and I'm gonna check it and I might add a couple minutes to it, okay? So I'll finish talking about this later. So Ellen, is your artichoke dip ready? Or are we ready to do some drawings or something fun?
I still have about 5 minutes on my dip, but we can certainly do another drawing. So Jessica, would you like to go ahead and do another drawing for us?
Sure.
Awesome.
We have, let me see, 5, 6, 6 guests on. So Google, give me a number between 1 and 6. Hey, Google, give me a number between 1 and 6.
Here's a random number, 6.
Number 6. Number 6 is Tina Wright with me. Congratulations, Tina.
Woo! Yay, Tina.
Congratulations.
I can keep sharing about the starter set if you want to do that.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. So our starter set is amazing. All right. I talked about, the cheeses. That's where I was at. I was talking about grating cheeses. All right. So what I do is I will take that entire block of cheese, which is purely cheese. All right. If you want, you can go take a look at your pre-shredded cheeses and look at the labels. And you're going to see on there cheese. You're also going to see preservatives. You're going to see anti-caking agents. If you know how to pronounce, maybe you don't. But there's another ingredient in there. It's called a filler. And the filler does not keep it fresh, does not keep it from sticking. It is exactly what it says. It's a filler. It fills the bag. So you have less cheese and more filler, but they can charge you the same amount because it looks like it's a lot. Okay. So I'm just going to grab mine from the freezer real quick. And I take it. I didn't make about 5 of these containers, and these are 4 cups from that one block. Now, you know how much pre-shredded cheeses are, okay? Now, our freezer containers are always soft. So they can withstand that cold temperature, but they're always flexible. And I'll fill it up with the cheese, and even the seals are flexible. And I sprinkle a little cornstarch on it, and I shake it up, and that'll keep it from sticking. And I'm telling you, you will save a ton of money, okay? Your recipes will taste 10 times better because you're using real cheese, no fillers. And I hate to say this, but one of those fillers is called cellulose. And they use it not only in cheeses, guys, they use it in all kind of mixes, like your cake mixes, your box mixes, your I don't know, your pancake mixes, anything like that. There's cellulose in there. And that cellulose is honestly processed tree pulp, or you can just call it sawdust, okay? Anyway, we don't have that because we have our great master system. We've got our freezer made to keep it nice and frozen. Oh, by the way, stay resistant. Yes, I'm Italian. I will put spaghetti sauce and meatballs on the side of here, and it'll still be okay. Now, if you're on the go, we're going to give you some on the go products. This is our on the go cup. The little sleeve on here comes on and off. And so you can hold on to it when it's cold. It's not going to get all sweaty. You can hold on to it if it's hot in here and keep your fingers protected. All right. You can use it with a straw or without. Love it. It's fun. It is our matching crystal wave container. This is my son's number 1 favorite lunch product right here. Okay. And pop a little bit open right there. Keep the juices in. Okay, and a little secret for you. I said microwave reheatable container. Reheatable. Your food is probably already cooked, and so you don't want to recook it. So you want to use the reheat button, and if you don't have a reheat button on your microwave, think about using 60% power, even 50% power. Trust me on this one and try it, okay? You're going to keep the juices and the flavors in your food. You're not going to recook your food. You're going to reheat it, but you're going to pop that little vent, and that's going to let the steam escape. Plus, if you've ever used microwave microwave at the office in the break room, okay? Have you ever seen things hanging from the ceiling? Yeah, they didn't have a cover on there, but you don't want their stuff in your delicious food, okay? So it'll protect it from that too. Easy to clean, pop them in the dishwasher, all right? Of course, we're going to give you our water bottle because we want you to stay nice and hydrated, okay? Love the water bottles. We're also going to get you our Fridge Smart containers. All my veggies I had here tonight, if I open up my fridge, you're going to see a stack of Fridge Smart. Our Fridge Smarts come in different sizes, different shapes. I'm telling you, broccoli 3 weeks, strawberries 12 days. These are mushrooms. I've had mushrooms in my Fridge Smarts for over a week, guys. You know how mushrooms get slimy. And trust me on this, try not to get them wet or don't wash. Put them in dry and naked. Dry and naked is better. That's your veggies, that is, okay? And that way you're not removing the natural protective coating the more you're handling, the more you're touching them, okay? If you do wash them, because I have family members that are not going to wash the strawberries before they pop them in their mouth. So I'll wash my berries very, very well, and I'll make sure that they are very dry before I put them back down the side of here. And I've still had them last for over 10 days, okay? So Fridge marts are a definite must. The way it works is you got these little pictures on the side, and you probably can't see there's circles on the top, and there's a half circle, full circle, and an open circle. And there's a vent on the top that you're going to slide to the according vent system. And it tells you that broccoli, cauliflower, cauliflower, red pepper, cabbage, green onions, lettuce need a little bit of air, so they have a half vent, okay? But your gassier veggies like broccoli, like Brussels sprouts, like spinach, you want to have the open vent and let more air circulate around them. So they don't want to be together in the crisper drawer. They kind of rot each other. So separate them. And I'm telling you, this is another game changer for your produce. And if you want to be saving money, and you know how expensive how expensive your produce is today, not just produce, guys, everything at the grocery store. You want to keep it fresher longer. You want the Maldrimate system. You want the Fridge Mart system. You want the Freezer Mate system. So we're just going to give you a teaser inside of our starter set. Comes, of course, with a decibel for all your mixing and baking. And, of course, the Supersonics. Ooh, we're going to have to clean up after we cook, all right? So we've got our beautiful microfiber towels down inside of here. There's also a Wonderlear bowl set. Our spatulas down inside of there. What else is in there, guys? I think there's a few other things, but it's over $350 value for only $119. So please, 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 if you're thinking about this, this would be the way to start your business right here. Or if you just want to be a member and love a discount, because that's what I did. Let's see if the eggs are ready. Let's check this out. Yeah, I was never going to sell anything. I don't like to talk in front of people. That was 26 years ago. I was an engineer, loved what I did, but I wanted to start my family. I wanted to be home from here. I wanted the freedom that this business could give me. I didn't have to work downtown Cleveland. I didn't have to work 60, 70 hours. I chose to work around my family schedule, and it's been a blessing. Oh, guys, it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look at this. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that could be breakfast, Christmas morning. It could be breakfast any morning. You can do it overnight. You can use it in your Ultra Pro if you've got a big batch, big family coming over. Whatever you want to do, you can adapt the recipe any way you want. All right, Ellen, you want to wrap it up? Yeah, I don't hear you.
Ellen, we can't hear you.
You're on mute.
Sorry, I saw that notification come up. I'm like, what is this trying to say to me? But I didn't read it because that's just too easy. All right, so you look at this. It is like bubbly, golden yumminess. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I'm actually going to take a spoon and see if I can look at that. Oh my goodness, so good. You see the steam coming off it? Oh, it's so good, so cheesy. All right, so like I said, I do have a favorite that I use for this dipping, right? And it is the Tostitos rounds. So tasty, so good. I like the ratio of chip to dip. It's like perfect. But again, a lot of people love to dip in there. You could do bread chunks. You can do vegetables, anything. You could do chips, gluten-free chips, Triscuits, whatever, right? It is such a versatile dish. And like I said, you can add so many different things to it. Kind of like the breakfast casserole, right? She's doing this super healthy, like veggie breakfast casserole. No, ours that we do is like bacon, cheese, eggs, but in like bread and just all kinds of yumminess. But that's what's so beautiful about all these different products, that you can make varying versions of different things so that you can, and you know what the ingredients are. I can go to the store and I can buy spinach dip or artichoke dip or whatever, but I don't know what all those ingredients are. You saw how many ingredients were this, and they were as whole as I could possibly make them. These Tostitos are probably the thing that is not quite as well. It's not too bad. It's just like sunflower oil, salt, vegetable oil, corn. That's not too bad. I always try to like stick to like 2 lines of ingredients is my rule of thumb, and I need to know what all of them are. I need to be able to pronounce them. And that's my rule of thumb. I don't know what all those things mean, but if I don't know what they mean, I don't really want to put it in my body. So whatever it is, and however you like to cook, if you want this to be all organic, you can make it all organic. There's lots, and if you want a dairy-free variation, I'm sure you can experiment with dairy-free cheeses. So lots of cool things that you can do with all of our products. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do one more guest drawing. And then do we have any hosts on tonight?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so let's do it.
All right, so we have 5 guests on tonight, Ellen. So I will ask Google to give me a number. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. Hey, Google, give me a number between 1 and 5.
5.
All right, number 5 is Michelle with Debbie Morris.
Yay! Congratulations, Michelle.
Yay. And then we have one host on tonight, and her name is Tina Wright with me. So
Awesome,
congratulations,
and she's the winner.
Tina. Yeah.
Congratulations. It pays to show up, right? All right. So those of you that are winners, make sure to reach out to your consultant or your host. Let them know you're a winner so that we can get your address and get your prize in the mail to you. And anybody that is watching this that is not connected to a party and you have a consultant, just list your consultant there so we can make sure you get connected back to them. And then also, if you don't have a consultant, just say, hook me up. And we will see our business leader takes care of that and gets you to the right person. So thank you so very much, everybody, for coming, and Merry Christmas. Thank you for spending some time with us here on this busy Christmas week. And we are just so excited about the holidays and about you being able to experiment in the new year with some of our great products. So make sure to reach out to whoever invited you so that you can stay in touch with our Tupperware. All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for being on. Bye.